guys, you are once again welcome back to Abdullah 360 channel. In today's video, our topic for discussion for today is to look at the 7 study tips that we don't know about. This is going to be very informative and insightful to we as students. Kindly stay tuned as we are about to learn and grow together. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share as well. Here we go. Now, before we look at these 7 study tips, let's quickly look at what we call balancing. Balancing because it is very important and related to these 7 tips that we are going to discuss on. So when we say balancing, what does it mean? Balancing has to do with the ability of you, the individual, to manage your own responsibilities, priorities, and activities simultaneously while maintaining a healthy and sustainable lifestyle. So the actual fact is that we should be able to move beyond success to significance. So everything in nature is all about balancing. And balancing is not something you find, but it's something you create. And creating is not coincidental, but it's rather intentional. So this clearly indicates that depending on you, the individual or the student, understanding how the university ecosystem works is key to navigating the university environment. We have a whole lot of activities going on here pertaining to our academics, social life, personal life, cultural and religious life as well. So with our academic side, day in day out we attend lectures just to keep on track. Our social life, we attend other social events or activities also, and also our personal life, we attend career development seminars and programs just to also enhance our personal development. And when it has to do with our cultural and religious life, we attend religious activities, fellowship and prayer services, which also is counted among these things that we just made mention. So what I'm trying to say is that as a student, it's all about balancing. The actual fact is that you can't just focus on one thing, neglecting the other. For instance, you can't focus on only academics, leaving your social and personal life aspects. Or you can't just, if you are in school or you are on campus here, either at the university level here or at SHS, you can't just focus on social activities and other personal life activities or religious activities, then neglecting your academic side. Is going to affect you. The best approach to this is to practice what we call balancing. Once you are able, as a student, you are able to balance yourself well, you go and touch this aspect, you are on this as well, then you'll be good to go. Once you are focused on your academics, you also indulge in other extracurricular activities that will help develop your personal well-being. For instance, you attend seminars, you attend programs, conferences, just for personal development's sake. Yes, it also helps. So balancing is very, very important in this aspect. So as students, let's know how we break down our schedules into chunks. Then we'll be able to see how we'll be able to manage ourselves, to navigate ourselves throughout the ecosystem of the university or the school that we are in. It's very, very important. As a student, it's all about what? Balancing. Said by Albert Einstein, and I quote, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." Let me pause and take it back again. We should always begin with the end in mind. So once you are doing the same thing over and over again and you are not expecting the same results, it becomes an issue. So once you are doing something as a student, then you need to know how to balance yourself. You can make changes. Once you are doing the same thing and you are having the same results, then the next time change your ways or your method or the approach to see whether you can have a different result. For instance, as a student at the university here or at the SHS level, you realize that you are the type who can't sit inside your hostel to learn or to understand concepts. Then if you find out that way, then change your ways or the method or the approach of your learning techniques. Yes, actually. So for instance, if you can't sit at the hostel to learn, then try the library as well. Try going to a library to learn and see whether ever far. And if that one is not taken, then you also try another avenue as well. You can go to the study room. We have so many avenues for learning. You can try. There are other people that can learn midnight while their colleagues are sleeping. There are other people, they can't learn alone, they can learn with their colleagues in terms of group studies. That one you'll be able, when you identify yourself well, you actually know what you are capable and what you are not capable of. You are actually going to identify your strength and your capabilities, and in the long run it's going to help you improve in your academics aspect as well. So we should be able to make changes in whatever that we are doing once we are expecting different results. If you are doing the same thing and the same results you are getting always, then the next approach, change the method or the way or the approach that you use to see whether you have a different results, and God willing, we are going to navigate our way through that. Now, let's look at the 7 study tips that we are talking about. The first study tip to consider is self-awareness. Someone will ask, why self-awareness? Self-awareness because the first step towards change is awareness, and the second step is acceptance. As we all know, self-awareness is very, very important to you as a student. Once you are able to know yourself very well, who you are, what you want, your capabilities, your strengths and weaknesses, is going to help you in a long run for your academic pursuit and other endeavors that you are passing through. For self-awareness, it will help you, the individual or the student, to recognize and understand your own thoughts. It will help you recognize your strengths and weaknesses, your values and motivations. It will help you identify your learning techniques and style. And it will also help you to manage your time effectively. It will help you to set realistic goals. And it will help you to develop your study habits as a student. As a student, self-awareness is very key and is very, very important in this aspect. Once you know yourself, who you are, what you want, what you are capable of, your strengths and weaknesses, your values and motivations, you are going to navigate yourself throughout. And self-awareness is very key and is the first 7 tips that we are going to consider. Self-awareness. Know yourself. We should know ourselves before any other tip. Self-awareness in this regard is very, very important and is the topmost priority among all these 7 tips that we are going to elaborate on. The second study tip to consider is set specific goals. As a student, before starting your study session, you should be able to define what you actually want to achieve. As in an acronym, SMART goals. The S is for specific, the M is for measurable, the A is achievable, the R is for relevant, and the T is time bound. So once we are able to set these SMART goals, we'll be able to achieve whatever that we want to achieve as students in our academic pursuit as well. That is to say that as a student, it's very, very important setting specific goals. For instance, as a student at the university level here, before writing your exams, it will be appropriate and so accurate when you pen down, as you are reading the program that you are reading and you are studying some numerous number of courses under it, and you'll be able, depending on you, the individual or the student, you know your capabilities and your strengths and weaknesses. You are reading so many courses and you know the courses that you like most. For instance, you pen down those courses and you realize that, okay, as for this course, I'll score A1, this one A, this one A, this one B. That's how we do it. When you pen down, because you know your capabilities among all the courses that you are treating, So when you do it that way, you are able to work according to your capability and your strengths and weaknesses. And God willing, when you put effort, it's going to be achieved. The third study tip to consider is create a schedule. As a student, you should be able to plan out your study session in advance. That is where you see other students, they would make a to-do list of their daily activities at this time, at this period. This is what I'm supposed to do, and this is what I'm supposed to do. Other people will go ahead by drawing a personal timetable for themselves. Then it's for their personal study sake. Aside them attending lectures and classes as well, they also have personal timetable that they abide to. They realize that, okay, at this time, this is what I'm supposed to do. During weekends at least, I should read this course, I should go over this course, I should read my slides, and so on and so on. So creating a to-do list is very important to you as a student in this regard. So this is the third study tip that we must consider, is to create a study list, and I create a schedule. Yes, create a schedule is the third point to consider. It's very important to you as a student. The fourth study tip to consider is use active learning techniques. So as a student, you should engage with your study material by using active learning techniques such as summarizing, self-quizzing, and elaborating. The courses that the program that we are reading, and under the program we are learning so many courses. As an individual or as a student, you should be able to understand concept. So in a case of exam situation, you'll be able to apply the concept that you've understood, right? You should be able to apply. And self-quizzing, once you are learning your notes, you are learning the slides that are being given to you by the lecturer, then you should be able to test yourself in a kind of self-quizzing. You, after your studies or after learning the slide, then you should be able to answer some questions on your own. That is to say that you should be able to summarize whatever that you've learned so far to ensure that you understand the concept or you grasp the concept. So in a case of exam situation, you'll be able to apply as expected. So once we are able to use these effective learning techniques, it's going to help us in a long way to improve our academic work as well. The fifth study tip to consider is eliminate distractions. As a student, we should be able to identify potential distractions such as social media, emails, notifications, among others. So as a student, we should be able to eliminate these distractions while we are studying. So that's why it's very common to see students going through their WhatsApp messages, TikTok videos, Facebook and the likes while they are studying. That way we are not going to have an effective study, because it's going to affect us, it's going to take our attention from whatever that we are learning. So we should be able to eliminate and do away with these distractions. Checking of email messages, even when your phone is closer to you, a little bit notification, your phone will sound. You hear the sound of your notification and quickly you are going to check what kind of message or notification is that. So all these things are kinds of distractions to us as students when we are studying. So the best approach to this is that when you are studying, at least maybe you can put your phone on silence. That's another way. You can put your phone on silence to enable you to focus, because when it's on silence, no call will come, no distraction, no notification messages, then you try to check. Then when you put your phone on silence or vibration, or you keep it far from you, you put it inside your bag, you put it on silence and keep it inside your bag. Then after you studying the 2 hours, 3 hours, then you are good to go. Then you can go ahead to check the missed calls that you had or the messages that you've missed or whatever. Then you'll be able to trace back. So we should be able to eliminate distractions. It's very, very important. It's very key, and it's one of the things that is affecting we students greatly in recent times. distractions, because we all now are using these devices, most especially social media. When you are learning a little bit, you are on social media. Maybe for instance, you see that you are on TikTok, very small time you are on WhatsApp or Facebook, checking messages, replying people messages and here and there, and this is your study time whilst you are using it to do other social media stuff. So it's going to affect your effectiveness of your learning. So when we are able to keep our phone away from us, or we put it on silent while we are studying, it's going to help us in a long way to enhance our academic improvement as well. The sixth study tip to look at is review and practice regularly. As a student, regular review and practicing will help solidify information in your long-term memory. So by practicing self-quizzes, elaborations, and solving past questions will help you, the individual, or you, the student, to reinforce your learning capabilities. It goes a long way to help you. So we should inculcate the habit of, reviewing and practicing regularly. In that way, we will understand the concept that we are learning so perfectly, and it's going to help us in the long run. So that is to say that as a student, for instance, in the university here, it's inaccurate or inappropriate to be attending lectures. Then when you are closed, you keep the slides the following morning or the following day, you go to lectures, then you come and keep the slides. It will keep doubling. The best approach to this is that after lectures, then when you are back to the hostel, make sure that you clear the slide or the portion that the lecturer just taught you that very day. Make sure you clear it. Then the following day you attend lecture, then you come, then you clear the slide. The following day or the next day you attend lectures, then you come, then you clear the slide. That way it will help you solidify the information in your long-term memory. Then when exam is fast approaching, once you pick the slides or you pick your note to learn, then it becomes clear. So God created us in a way that once your eye reflects on something, then definitely if you meet it in the future or moving forward, once you see it again, you should be able, it will reflect in your memory. You should be able to remember something too. Now, the last or the seventh study tip to consider is take a break. As the saying goes in Akan, so as a student, you should be able to take a break to recharge, rest, and refocus to avoid burnout. So during the period of you taking the break, at that period, make sure you do something that is refreshing and relaxing or enjoyable, something that you enjoyed doing. Make sure you engage in that thing, and it will help you regain back your focus. Yes, it will help you regain back your steady feelings. Then subsequently you'll be able to continue your learning, and this will go a long way to help you a whole lot. Once you are learning, ensure that, hey, take a break. Let's take a break. It's very important to you as a student. Taking a break will help you recharge, reset, and refocus to also avoid you being burned out. Yes, it will help you in a long run. So for instance, as a student, sometimes we attend lectures when you come. Sometimes you attend lectures and you are inside the hostel. When you are back, you realize that you have some headache or something due to the stress involved. The best thing to do is that just put your books down. Then maybe you take a shower or whatever. But we guys, we don't mind some of these things. So you take a shower, then you take a sleep, a 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes sleep. When you wake up, you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. Then you start to learn. Or you as a student, you are learning and you realize that at this moment I'm exhausted. I'm so very, very exhausted. Don't go any further. Just relax and calm your nerves and take a break. It's either you sleep or you relax. or you engage in something that you find enjoyable doing. Yes, you engage in something that is, some kind of refreshing and enjoyable doing. So it will help you regain your focus back to continue your learning activities as well. So taking a break is very, very important in this aspect. As the last 7 study tips that we have to count. Don't forget, take a break. Let's take a break. When we are tired, let's take a break and continue. Alright guys, this is the end of our conversation, and as we all are students, let's keep on learning and grow together. But don't forget, as a student, it's all about what? Balancing. It's all about what? Balancing. We should be able to balance ourselves very well to navigate our way through the university ecosystem. It's very, very important. It's all about what? Balancing. But we should, don't forget, we should have it in mind that the bad news is time flies, and the good news is you are the what? The pilot. So it's high time we take control, we be in charge of our affairs, and God willing, God will be able to sail us through our endeavors and whatever that we are trying to achieve in the near future to come. So in summary, we just elaborated on all the 7 study tips that we just made mention today, which is self-awareness, setting specific goals, and number 3, creating a schedule, and number 4, using effective learning techniques, number 5, eliminating distractions, number 6, review and practice regularly, and the last one, or the 7th one, is taking a break, which is very important. When we are tired, let's take a break. Abdullah360 here, and thank you very much for watching this video. If you find this informative and insightful, don't forget to drop your comments at the comment section below, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to get notified for subsequent content to come. Don't forget to like, comment, and share as well. Wishing us all the best. I see you in my next video. Bye.